So you have Logic Pro, and then you have Fruity Loops, aka FL Studio.
Say we looking like some hooligans. Look at where we from. If it knock, I jump on car tops. I gig on your block. Gig. I like to 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 gig. I like to.
YouTube, what's up? It's Kenny Wayne, bro, rapper, producer, and your favorite reactioner. Hey, if you don't know, I did just drop a brand new music video titled Turn Civilian. You see that link right there? Click that. The music video is titled Turn Civilian. If you like dope music videos, tight beats, and dope lyrics, that link right there is for you. Hey man, today we're talking about which DAW producers you would prefer to use. DAW as in D-A-W, because I'm not even gonna lie, before I was a producer and when people said that word DAW, I was like, what the hell are they talking about? But nah, like a DAW is like, it's a program which artists can use to make beats or record vocals, and you have all type of options. You have Ableton, you have Logic, you have FL Studio, you have Pro Tools, and I'm pretty sure it's more of them, but those are the most popular ones that I could come up with off the top of the head. But today, we're specifically focusing on I think two of the most popular DAWs in the game right now, besides Pro Tools. Two of the most popular. So you have Logic Pro, and then you have Fruity Loops, aka FL Studio. Now I'm just curious to know, because every time I talk to somebody who's a producer, I notice that these two are the most commonly used DAWs or programs. Me personally, I use Logic. And you know what's crazy? The funny story is about this situation is before I started making beats, when like I just had a regular PC at the house, I used to always download like a sample version of FL Studio, because I've always been into making beats, but I was always playing basketball, so I never had time. But one time I downloaded like a free version on like my parents' PC, regular Windows computer, and I couldn't figure it out, bro. And a lot of people tell me that FL Studio is the easiest program to use, and they tell me Logic is one of the hardest ones. But I guess it becomes a thing where like you start getting familiar with the program after you use it for a long time. But still, like I tried to use FL Studio when I first started, and I just couldn't get it. But then like right when I started with Logic, it was like, it just came to me like this, like the program features are just easier to me. Like it's easier to get my drums set up, it's easier to compose the beat after I finish it. It's easier for the EQ settings, for the save, for the load, the launch, the upload the samples on the quick sampler. Those are just small some things that Logic has that I've become good at. Now FL Studio on the other hand, a lot of people like to use FL Studio. They say that FL Studio is like for beginners, and they say it's like the beginner program. Like you have artists like, I know Metro Boomin uses FL Studio, DJ Mustard uses FL Studio, Southside uses FL Studio, I think Mike Will uses FL Studio, and I know Soulja Boy uses FL Studio. And it's a lot of other producers out there that I'm pretty sure your favorite records definitely come from FL Studio. A lot of people I talk to, I noticed that they say that they use FL Studio specifically for their drums. And then like sometimes they use Logic for like regular, like setting up the beat. But whenever it comes time to like lay the drums down, they just skip right over, bounce the beat over to FL Studio and get it cracking on there. And you know it's crazy, they told me that, but I also noticed that like I think J. Cole, was it J. Cole? No, it was DJ it was somebody famous said that they do their sessions like on Pro Tools, and then when it's time to lay the 808s down, they go to FL Studio to make that happen. I don't know why, bro. I just couldn't get the FL Studio down, bro. And I have a Mac. My friend told me that FL Studio can now be used on is now usable for the Mac users, bro. So I've been kind of thinking about maybe trying out FL Studio. I mean, I've been using Logic for a minute now, you feel me, for a few years, and I've gotten really good at it. And I'm still learning like everybody else, you know, I'm still learning every day. But I'm interested in trying out FL Studio for my drums, bro, because I heard that FL Studio is like the game changer for the drums. And I heard it's easy. People say it's easy to do everything on there than it is compared to Logic. But me from personal experience, like I said before in the video, I literally tried FL Studio on the sample version on my parents' computer. Couldn't figure it out. I was just hella confused. But then when I got Logic and started making beats, I'm not gonna say I mastered it in one day, but I was grasping everything quick, bro. Like all the VSTs, how to launch third-party apps. I mean, third-party VSTs onto Logic, you know, Omnisphere and everything else, bro. And one thing about Logic that I do like that they just added is a quick sampler. I don't know if FL Studio has this, but Logic has like a quick sampler, and the quick sampler basically replaced the EXS24. The EXS24 was another sampler. That's how all you guys that sample out there, I know you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. The EXS24 was like a multi-sampler. Like you could upload different tracks all at once and cut them up, and then you could go about it like that. But now the quick sampler for Logic, you can literally just take a clip out of a track or whatever you need and just add that. Like say if you want like a certain clap or something out of a song, you can literally just put that on there, cut it, and then the quick sampler will you know, make it available to you. But I just made this video because I was just curious as to know which programs you guys use, and if you've used both. If you have used FL and Logic, which one would you take? Like, would you take FL or would you take Logic? Like, say if you had to make a beat for a top artist tomorrow and you wanted that placement, and somebody gave you an option. You have Logic right here, and then you have FL Studio right there. Which program would you make that beat for that artist that you want to work for? Which program? That right there will let me know which one is better. I don't know, I've just been curious. I've been thinking about making a little transition, bro. Like, just trying like a new program just to hopefully bring out some new sounds and some new energy in me. So that's why I made this video. So y'all let me know, because I know there's a lot of Logic heads out there. I'm a Logic head, low-key. And I know there's a lot of FL Studio heads out there as well. So if you could let me know your favorite one in the comment section, I would greatly appreciate that. That is the end of this video, though. My name is Kenny Wayne, bro. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And follow me on Instagram, man. @ Kenny Wayne, bro. Don't play with me, and what else? Don't play with yourself. And like I said at the beginning of this video, I did just drop a brand new music video titled Turn Civilian. So go click that link right there and jump on that like a cowboy jumping on a horse. You feel me? We out this thing. Let me know in the comment section which programs y'all prefer, Logic or FL Studio, because I'm really thinking about making that transition. And with the help of y'all and y'all answers and y'all participation and letting me know which one y'all digging, is gonna help my decision towards the programs easier. So I appreciate y'all, and I'm out this thing. Love y'all. Kenny Wayne, bro, checking out.